Once upon a time, in a small, lush garden, lived a tiny pumpkin seed named Pete. Pete was special, for he was the only seed in the entire garden. He dreamt of growing big and strong, just like his parents. One sunny day, Pete felt a tap on his shell. Out popped a friendly worm named Wiggles. Wiggles shared stories of the world beyond the garden, but Pete felt worried about the tales of a dark, damp place called rot. Days turned into weeks, and Pete began to grow. However, he noticed a musty smell creeping up his stem. Fear gripped him as he remembered Wiggles' stories about rot. Pete decided to confront his fear. He dug deep, reaching the dark, damp soil where he found tiny, harmless fungi. Realizing they were not the rot Wiggles had spoken of, he felt a sense of relief. Pete understood that not everything scary is bad. Fungi, it seemed, were nature's helpers, breaking down dead plants and returning nutrients to the soil. This new knowledge filled Pete with courage. Determined to grow, Pete continued nurturing himself with sunlight, water, and nutrients. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Soon, Pete had grown into a magnificent pumpkin. One day, as autumn arrived, Pete was harvested and carved into a jack-o'-lantern. He glowed brightly, spreading light and happiness to all who saw him. Pete, the once small, fearful seed, had grown into a beacon of courage and wisdom. From that day forward, whenever Pete's family faced challenges, they reminded each other of Pete's journey. They learned that sometimes, the scariest things are just unknown, and that fear should never stop us from growing. And so, the story of Pete, the rotten pumpkin seed, became a tale of courage, wisdom, and the understanding that everything scary is not always bad. It served as a reminder for the children and parents in the garden that growth comes from facing fears head-on and learning from them.